Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Gazza9919 here, and what we're doing today is another stage in fixing Denis, and we're going to be doing a bit of rust treatment. So the cage that holds the spare wheel on, we're going to get that back to metal and we're going to spray it black, and then underneath the car we're going to take that back to metal and then we're going to underseal it, so hopefully we can future-proof this car for a good few years. I've bought some ramps off, I believe at Facebook Marketplace for £20, which is quite decent, and yeah, let's get on with it. So I've just taken the spare wheel off that hasn't been off since I've owned the car, and there ain't a lot of pressure in the tyre, but that's how it looks and that's how it should look. So I think it's been under there for some time. We'll definitely need a clean up and potentially a new tyre depending on how cracked it is when I clean it up, but we'll have to see. Right, so I think that's as good as I'm going to get it with what I've got for the time being. Bottom line of it is, looks better than what it did before. There is still a few bits that could be done, but I'm just going to go over it with the underseal now just to lock this in. Then maybe come back to this in maybe a year or something. But yeah, the idea isn't for perfection, but just for improvement. So last on the list is the cage, and how I undersealed the last thing. This fly is very irritating. So as I was saying, how I undersealed the car, in this instance I'm going to be spray painting this, as we don't really want it, all of it, the underseal gunking to the tyre. So it would appear that there are bits of this that didn't quite live. Mainly these holes here that are formed. Rust seems to have gotten the better of it. Right then, so all in all, actually turned out quite nice. Give the wheel a little clean up. It isn't perfect, but it's only going to be on the bottom of the car anyway. The clear coat and the spray paint has dried really quickly, just mainly because of this gorgeous weather we've got at the minute. But yeah, I think it looks a lot better than the rusty dusty piece of crap it was before. Next up is the front end of the car to be undersealed and made to look a bit more presentable. Right then guys, so that is basically it for part 1 of undersealing Denis. Yeah, I think it turned out really well, especially spraying the cage and that, and undersealing as much as I'd like to of the rear end. You know, I mean, I could have got a bit more of the rear end, but obviously, you know, that's when you start to get into the stage of dropping the fuel tank, and then before you know it, car's in bits. So yeah, I think I need a lot more time and a lot more space if I want to do something like that. Or I might even just be brave one day and just think, sod it, let's take this fuel tank out and give it a go. But I think next up, to be honest, I'll be doing the front end. I'll be working around the front end, and yeah, that could be next week if I can get the time for it. Though also another note, these £20 ramps that I picked up, proper good, proper old school ramps, you know, ain't no cheap tat. You know, well, it kind of is cheap, but you know, it's not tat. It's like from the 70s by the looks of them, and they're still going strong. You know, Henry Ford probably used those to hold his first car up. But anyway, that is it for this video. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe even hit the bell icon for notifications on future uploads. But until the next time, guys, peace.